Hi, welcome to Nini's Nest, where I read stories for children 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today I'm going to be reading you another fall story because it's fall of the year, the season of fall in North Carolina, in the United States where I live. I don't know what fall looks like in your area, but you can enjoy this story about some of the places where bears go to sleep for the entire winter. And there are fall leaves coming down from the trees. They're all shapes and sizes. So we're going to turn and look inside and see different shaped leaves from different kinds of trees. And I used to could name all of the trees that these came from, and I won't try to do that now, but I'm going to read this description of the story right here. Snug and warm, curled and furry, old bear sleeps. Red, orange, and brown leaves fly through the air, and it is snowing hard. Old bear doesn't notice. Old bear is dreaming about being a cub again. He is dreaming about the beauty of the world. He is dreaming about everything he loves. Turn the page and you will see. So this is the title page, Old Bear. The author is Kevin Henkes. Go ahead and turn to the very first page of the story where we begin. By the time Old Bear fell asleep for the winter, it was snowing hard. Soon he was dreaming. He dreamed that spring had come and he was a cub again. The flowers were as big as trees. He took a nap in a giant pink crocus. I don't know if crocus flowers grow where you are. They do it at my place. And tulips. We call these buttercups. Then he dreamed that it was summer. The sun was a daisy, and the leaves were butterflies. Part of the sky clouded over, and it rained blueberries, and bears love berries. Next, he dreamed of autumn. In the last story I read to you, I told you that autumn and fall mean the same thing. The season of the year when the leaves change colors. Everything was yellow and orange and brown, even the birds and the fish and the water. After that, he dreamed that winter was back. The world was covered in ice. It was night, and the sky was blazing with stars of all colors. The cold went on forever. Old Bear slept and dreamed and slept. When he finally woke up, it seemed to him that no time had passed since he had fallen asleep. He yawned. He stretched. He poked his head out of his den to see if it was still snowing. He blinked and blinked again. Look what he saw. And when Old Bear walked out into the beautiful spring day, it took him a minute to realize that he wasn't dreaming. It looks a lot like what he was dreaming about, but he was inside the cave, hibernating, taking his winter nap. And then he comes out in the spring to go searching for berries for real, not the kind that were in his dreams, the real ones. And he'll be seeing all these types of flowers. So I wanted to share something really fun with you about the fall leaves that come down when they turn loose of the trees and make their way down to the ground. They are first of all fresh These are not fresh ones, except that I pressed them in a book. I put them between pages of a book. And so they're not dying like the ones on the ground outside in my yard, because they get crunchy and you have to rake them up. But these are some I saved for this activity. This is just a scrap piece of paper. I put them underneath this scrap piece of paper. They're all 3 different shapes. Put the paper over them. I take a crayon that has had the paper removed so that you can lay it flat on top of this paper. And I have a red and an orange one. I'll do part of it red and part of it orange. I can feel the leaf under there, so I'm just going to start rubbing. And look what shows up on the paper. It's like magic. You can see the shape of that first leaf. I'll do the middle one orange. See the stem right there and the veins that are in the leaves. These lines right here are called veins, and that's where the water goes to the leaf. And then I'll do the third one red again. So this is so fun to just see the leaf up here. And they do work better if you press them a little bit before in a book between 2 pages. I use wax paper so they don't mess up the pages of my books. And you can also paint on the leaf. You want to turn it to the side that has the ridges, not the front side but the back side. And paint, you can use finger paint, watercolor paint, all kinds of paints on the back. And see, it made a little bit of a mess, but you can paint them and press them on paper. Then you can also take leaves like this and take some glue mixed with water and put it on the paper, and take a paintbrush and paint glue with water mixed together over the leaf, and it will stick to the paper and it will make it really shiny, and it will stay there wherever you want it. If you want to make a little book of leaves, you could do that. Have a different shaped leaf on every page. I hope you'll be watching for these kinds of shapes in your yard or when you're on your walk outside. I'm happy to have been able to show you this activity and read to you today. See you soon.